Chapter 228. War Council. Final good advice. Spies. There was still one messenger from Noah present at the 10 in the highlands, and served them well as a good counsellor. In certain matters, even Gurat, the former junior priest, was asked for advice by the 10. And the 10 summoned a council and discussed what they should now undertake about Hanoch. But Noah's messenger advised them and said, "Let Hanoch be as it is, because from now on they will never bother you. For through your resistance they fully have realized the total impossibility to ever conquer you. The Lord God Sabaoth will anyway know how to chastise this city, even without your intervention, in a way that they will wear out like a rotten tree in the forest. Stay as you are now, and the Lord will bless you in future, and will enhance your wonderful country, and will make it fertile, so that it will produce food in abundance for 100 million people. And even if he will judge and kill all evildoers of the whole earth, he will still spare you, if you shall remain in his order, according to this my advice. But if you go out and make war with the people of Hanoch, and with the people of many other cities and countries, you will badly perish when God will judge by his old anger all the evil world. This was my last advice to you, since my time has come to an end, and I must go from where I came from. Always remember this, my advice, and you shall find grace before God. But if you act otherwise, you will then recognize it in the judgment, that I was a true messenger from the eternal Lord to you. But your free will should not be restricted thereby in the slightest manner. For no one has the right to restrict the free will in his brothers in whatever way. Because this right the Lord has left to every man for himself alone. And so every person can limit his own will as he pleases. The more he will accomplish this, the better it will be for him. For this reason I only gave you the advice, but you can do what you like. After this speech, the messenger was caught up by the power of God, and was quickly carried to Noah on the old heights. The sudden disappearance of this highly respected messenger by the 10, and all inhabitants of the highlands, left a mighty impression on the 10, and they recognized in him a truly divine messenger. All his words, which he spoke unto them during the course of many years, were soon written on polished, pure gold plates, and was elevated to law status for all the highlands. For 5 years all went well. But after that, the Lord wanted to strengthen their trust in him through a small trial, and this was enough to make a large number of their former virtues to disappear. The trial merely consisted of nothing else than that the Highlanders caught 1,000 spies, sent by Hanoch to the highlands, near the main entrance. These spies were to initiate free negotiations with the 10 and bring about an exchange between Hanoch and the highlands. They were to do this openly, but secretly they were to investigate the balance of power in the highlands, and whether the Highlanders were to blame for the complete apostasy of the distant provinces and the army ordered there. But as the 10 were cunning and clever, they soon found out the secret reason for these spies in the easiest way in the world. For they said to the 1,000, "You have long since betrayed us. Therefore, do not conceal from us what you are secretly up to. Whoever of you is caught telling a falsehood will immediately be thrown over this high rock and will find his grave in the bottomless lake below." For the high rock on which the castle of the 10 was built, at the bottom level with the highlands, flanked a very deep lake with a circumference of 3 hours' walking. Ten of the main spies reported loyally and truthfully that they had no secret agenda. They were asked 3 times, and since they stuck to their first statement, they were taken to the edge of the rock, which was located above the lake, and asked again and sharply threatened. But they still reaffirmed their first statement in the safe opinion that this threat is merely a political stratagem on the part of the 10. But their assumption was wrong, and the first was thrown off the cliff. Now the other 9 were scared to death, and they began to confess the truth. When they were finished, they were guided back to the interrogation room and were forced to betray every minute detail of Hanoch. Some held back on some issues, but one of them was once again guided to the rock and thrown over the edge. This immediately opened the mouths of the rest. Only when, in this manner, Hanoch was completely betrayed, all others except for 10 were thrown over the edge of the rock. But the remaining 10 were sent back to Hanoch to tell the chief priests that this is the way how spies from Hanoch are rewarded in the highlands. What happened further, the following will show.